Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Freedom Frequency Play Shop. A chance for us to get vocal and to experience the first stage of the Sacred Seven together. And, you know, it's always so beautiful to be together, to be in harmony. And it's really funny as we record this because, there's Rocket in the background, because I'm not really feeling in harmony, and I'm feeling quite disharmonized today, if that's such a word. But I'm coming in here and just sharing and going through the first stage of the Sacred Seven. So thank you to all of you who have downloaded it. You know, that means so much to me, and the voice is so important to me. The concept of working with our true tone, with allowing ourselves to be in our own frequency, and what does that feel like? So we're going to express and explore that over the next 15 minutes. So voice, for it is not only by awakening your heart, by experiencing how it entrains the whole of your consciousness, but remembering that it holds within its very center your divine blueprint, that you may speak the utter truth of your liberation. And this is a quote from The Heart's Note by Stuart Pearce. And that's exactly it. And I've been in voice work now since I was 11, in many different capacities. But the thing that I enjoy the most is being liberated and being in that liberation state. And yeah, I could say it's not caring, but it is, let me just let Emily in. Yeah, that it's not about not caring. Hello, Emily, welcome in. It's not about not caring. It's about, hello, darling. It's not about not caring. It's about allowing the voice to be exactly what it wants to be in the exact moment that it is. Welcome, Emily. I'm recording this, so.
Hello, my dear.
Hello, gorgeous. Hello.
I'm going to cafe, so I'm going to down.
Fabulous. Okay, so you. So we're going to work together through the first stage of the Sacred Seven, and I'm just talking about liberation and how, for me, working with the voice is absolutely incredible. But the most joy that I get is when I'm in my liberation state. So we're going to begin with very, very simple with 4 breaths. And I know this is going to work some magic straight away, especially in the state that I'm feeling, which is not in harmony, as I was explaining at the beginning. So taking hands to wherever they need to be on the body. And maybe closing down the eyes. Maybe having a little bit of a tone, a little hum, a little yeah, what does that feel like when we just close down and go back into our bodies? Keeping our feet nice and loose, the toes nice and loose. So that extremity of the body, and feeling the energy coming out of the toes and maybe through the soles of the feet. And just noticing any tension that might be anywhere else in the body. There's something that happens for me. I flick my eyes into their sockets, and that feels really good as well. So just inviting you to do that. As you breathe in and feeling the other end of the body, the crown, the chakra at the top. Just breathing into all of these spaces. Slow down the last breath. Good. And then we're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold for 4. And then we're going to exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. And then go back to your hold for 4. Lengthening through the spine. And then exhale for 8. One more round. Inhale. Hold for 4. And exhale for 8. Beautiful. Keeping the eyes closed or in this beautiful state that you're in. And then I'd like you to visualize or feel into the word liberation, what it means to you. Perhaps going into a space in the body that responds to the word liberate. And as you sit there and feel into this word, hear the word, maybe even see the word, I'd like you to begin to visualize your most liberated self. What are they doing right now? And just notice any emotions, any feelings that come up. Perhaps there's more images for you, or colors, or sounds, songs. There could even be resistance. We're welcoming all of it in. And for the next few breaths, I invite you just to watch your most liberated self. Beautiful. And then another invitation to keep watching, but see if you can also kind of split yourself and look above. So maybe fly up above this liberated image of yourself and just look around and see if there's anything else within this picture that you're not quite seeing. Could be the environment. It could be that you notice it's in another country, something specific that means something to you. Again, it could be sounds. Look around. Know that you're safe as you observe from up there down on your most liberated self. And as you're there, I'm just going to hum a tone that you can offer through yourself, through your own ears as you look down on your liberated self. So just receive it, but send it down. Receive the tone in your body. Very good. One more time. Gently, gently, gently. Calm down and land in front of your liberated self. And allow you and her, you and he, them and them to see each other. To recognize each other. Perhaps even talk to each other. And then I see the liberated self moving around the body, turning into energy. So allow that to happen in the way that it needs to, with trust or without trust that it's happening. I can see that happening for you right now. And allowing that energy to move all the way below the feet and all the way above the crown. It's becoming a long, 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 very long piece of string, beautiful thread. And it's not placed anywhere within the body, but it is there. One last visual, one last beautiful invitation to gently, gently move the neck back so that the throat itself starts to lift up towards the sky, the ceiling. Imagining that this is where the mouth is, like we have the third eye, but this is another mouth forming here. This is the liberated mouth. What does it want to say right now? Say, scream, express. Good. And then place your hands around the neck very, very gently, one hand on top of the other. So they look a little bit like bird's wings. And then gently, 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 gently bring the head back and then just tuck the chin. Coming back into the space. So we're going to go into a journal prompt now. So if you have paper with you, when you come back into the space, just allow yourself. I will journal with you. If I allowed myself to dream without limits, what would I create? If I allowed myself to dream without limits, what would I create? And I'll just remind us as well of The Heart's Note by Stuart Pearce. So it is only by awakening your heart, by experiencing how it entrains the whole of your consciousness, remembering that it holds within its very center your divine blueprint, that you may speak the utter truth of your liberation. One more time. If I allowed myself to dream without limits, what would I create? So another 30 seconds, just allowing your liberated voice to show you the dream in words. Then we're going to turn it into sound. Before we do that, there's an invitation to open up and share here. And for those of you watching the replay, I invite you to email me, Natalie at nataliefarrell.co, with what came up for you beyond your dream. Because when we share it and speak it out loud, those tones ripple through us and it makes it more real. So for me, there was so much love, peace and ease, fairness, consistency and awareness. And I'm going to create this through song, sound and expression, but I'm already doing that. So then I went a little bit deeper. What is it that I want to create? And I speak about it a lot. I speak about creating a studio. And then I kind of ask the question, what stops me? but this is through that liberation. So I'm aware that something is stopping me, and then I felt like a hub for creation, the creatrix hub, which is full of wonderment, joy, and love. And then my divine blueprint, the liberation voice, is more about the sacred ceremony. And then it came back to love, peace, divine water, and abundance. And at the moment, that makes not much sense, but a lot of sense at the same time. What about you, Emily? As you're here, you can share or not. You can email me.
Yeah, no, I don't mind to share. It
Okay.
was quite heartwarming what came up actually. It was very simplistic. Um, I I was in a hot air balloon.
Oh.
Uh, so yeah, but at first it was flying. At first I was flying. I felt like I was flying, and then I realized I wasn't flying. I was floating, and
Mm.
then I realized that there's I live in Bristol in the UK, and around about my birthday every year, which is coming up, we have the preceding kind of days ahead of the Bristol Balloon Fiesta, which happens in August. We have all the balloon flights that take off, and so we get all these balloons flying through the sky almost every night, and uh, and we go and we sit in the park and we watch them fly over, and I would just love to be up in the balloon and having that opportunity. And for me, it feels like something that kind of, I know it feels like it's it feels like it's to be able to go like, I'm just going to do that. You know, it's a real luxury thing to do. Like no one actually like needs to have that in their life. So it feels very luxury. And for me to
Mm-hmm.
be able to say to my whole family, we're going in a hot air balloon and it's my treat and we're doing it because it's life. It's just a way of really living life and seeing from a different perspective. And so
Mm.
I wrote down to float, to fly, to see all the beauty of earth below, to feel the stillness, to breathe in deep the contentment of my beautiful life. Love, happiness, memories.
Mm. Beautiful. Mm. Thank you so much. Mm. Yeah, and as you speak that through, for me, it's just the words that are coming out. It's just love and peace, and they're definitely my channels of frequency. I love that. And when we were doing the visualization, I saw a lot of flying actually, which is cool. So thank you so much. So we're gonna just practice now. We're gonna play. I know you're watching live and you're in a cafe. So you can either receive or for the replays, yeah, you can play with this. We're going to practice for 5 minutes, setting the tone of your soul-led journey, allowing your liberated self to show you what it wants for you. And we're searching for that freedom within you. So we're going to do this in a very, very playful way through toning. And this prompt that you have, this what's come out of the prompt, I'd like you to to keep visualizing being up in that balloon. For me, it's visualizing being the channel of love and peace. And yeah, we're gonna start toning, and then I'm just going to give some directions. So it might be to touch the right knee, to touch the right shoulder, and we're just going to keep sending all of this tone, this frequency, this sound into and back into the body. Yeah, and then my intuition might tell us to do something different. So, but let's start. Okay, so first of all, hand on heart, and then one hand on the back of the head. And as I said, you can just receive or you can join in with the sound. If you're joining in and or receiving, I want you to really feel where the sound lies within you or outside of you. Okay, so inara udam, inaya nam. An Right hand on right knee, left hand on left hip. Ye, um, Oh, so we have the lower tones. It's very much kind of into the root chakra, into the pelvis. I want to see if you can feel almost the sound blowing through from the back of your body to the front of your body as I continue, or as you tone with me. And then I'd like you to start drawing shapes with the sound. And don't worry if it means nothing. Just draw some shapes. Maybe think of a color and start putting the colors all around the pelvis area, into the womb, into the ovaries, and all the way around. Take your left hand to the left knee and then your right hand to the right hip. Very, very good. So instead of singing now, we're just going to have a little bit of a play with making sounds like oof, ah, eh, oh, oh, eh, oh. And we're going to take the hands underneath the thighs for this one. And I invite you to feel silly. I invite you to feel all the feelings that might be coming up to what? I don't want to make these sounds. But that's part of the liberation process. We're going to just rock forward and back. If that doesn't feel comfortable, if you're in a public space, just imagine that you're doing it. Very like pixie fairy energy where the sounds can be really, really free. Hands to the heart, hands to the heart, both hands on the heart. I'm just gonna keep going with that sound. Inviting you to join me. It doesn't have to be the same tone. Keep the hands on the heart. Stop moving. A little giggle from the pixies there. Notice your toes. What's happening in your toes? Are they loose? Are they free? Go back to that word liberation. We only played there for 5 minutes. Notice any resistance that came up to making the sounds. Was there any, this is silly, what am I doing this for? Any of the critical saboteur voices, the parts of you that are holding back that liberation, that self that wants to be liberated. And always when I think about, well, the word sacred, and we've done the sacred number 1 stage here, and I think about the word sacred, I feel whole. And I know that this is my true space and place to be here as I journey here on planet Earth. And it helps me to separate from those other voices that have very much held me back in the past, but hold me less and less now. Notice the body, what it's doing. I'm going to be silent now for 30 seconds to 1 minute, just to let us all receive the magic of the liberated self. Allowing the hands to drop to the knees or to somewhere that they can rest. An invitation to remain here in meditation, in this space of liberation, noticing any feelings or remnants of the vibration of the sound, physical sounds that you created. I'm going to send those now, with your permission, to all of your cells, every single one of them. So they can also absorb this medicine and remember what it feels like for them to be liberated as well. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you.